Children of Earth, I am Mantor, one of a new race, a sector from the planet Symbion. Welcome to your sector's Read Along book. As you read my story, you will understand how important my message is. You are my witness children. To you, I swear the truth. This story will show you the meaning of friendship and the responsibility of friends. Every time you hear this sound, it means it's time to turn the page in your storybook. Now we are ready to begin the story, Attack of the Venipedes. Don't forget to turn the page every time you hear the sound. Our planet, Symbion, was once beautiful beyond words. Great cities rose up toward the sky, and shining towers gleamed in our twin suns. But that was long ago, before the scientific experiments of our ancestors, the ancients, went terribly wrong. After the great cataclysm caused by these experiments, Symbion was greatly changed. Our cities were covered by thick jungle vegetation, barren sand, or craggy mountains, and the surviving life on the planet was completely different from the ancients. Both good and evil, the surviving race of sectors coexist with all manner of strange creatures on Symbion. One of the deadliest of all life forms is the Venipede, a dangerous but useful water creature that provides the venom or poison we use as ammunition for our weapons, ven guns and slazels. Come with me now, as together we relive a dangerous adventure in our planet's history. Mark the tale well and take heed. There is much to learn. Our planets are alike in many ways. What happened to us could happen to you. Listen well, children of Earth. Prince Dagon, heroic warrior of the Shining Realm, and his loyal insectoid steed Dragonflyer had traveled a long day's journey on their mission to get a supply of the precious venom they needed. Reaching the edge of the deadly swamp and looking about at the grim landscape, Dagon looked confident as he thought to himself,
"Everything's right on schedule so far. Night is falling. It will be dark soon. Mantor's lessons are starting to pay off. All those classes on Venipede biology should come in handy."
At certain seasons of the Symbion year, Venipedes travel to the warm waters of the deadly swamp to mate with each other and produce Venipede babies. Of all of the beasts on Symbion, none are as fierce as the Venipedes when they are looking for mates. As Dagon walked through the tall grass along the edge of the swamp, one Venipede after another rose up through the water, sharp white fangs flashing like daggers in the setting sun. Seeing the oncoming attack, Dagon cried,
"By the ancients, it's a herd of Venipedes!"
The attacking beasts had caught Dagon off guard for the moment, and they were prepared to take advantage of the situation. One of the slimy monsters threw itself to the water's edge, separating Dagon from Dragonflyer. The others followed, surrounding Dagon. The young prince reached for his venom, only to have the weapon knocked from his hand by the smashing whip of a giant Venipede's tail. The force of the blow sent Dagon flying over 40 feet through the air. He landed with a crash on a small island in the middle of the swamp. The Venipedes turned toward the island and eyed Dagon hungrily. Back on the shore of the swamp, Dragonflyer was ready to attack the Venipedes when he received a telebond message from Dagon.
"Fly, Dragonflyer! Go now! Go fast! We need help! Bring help!"
Because they were telebonded together, Dragonflyer responded at once. Without questioning, Dragonflyer obeyed his master's command. He flapped his strong, iridescent wings and soared skyward with a roar. Back in the Shining Realm, Dagon's fiercest friend and warrior Pinsor sat atop his hot-tempered land steed Battle Beetle, as they traveled to the warriors' training grounds. Pinsor trained faithfully, and it showed. Whatever Pinsor lacked in humor and fine manners, he more than made up for in physical strength. With his strong, massive claws, Pinsor was a master fighter. He preferred to battle with his battle axe. From the first second that Pinsor saw Dragonfire soaring overhead alone, Pinsor knew something was wrong. For as long as he had known the prince and his steed, he could not remember ever having seen them separated by more than a few yards or a few moments. Without a second thought, Pinsor changed course.
Follow Dragonflire's direction!
Pinsor telebonded to Battle Beetle, and they were off. Dragonflyer tipped his wings from side to side and flew east. Telebonded together and thinking as one, Pinsor and Battle Beetle quickly thundered off across the blue-green hills, following Dragonflyer's lead overhead. As he sped along, Pinsor wondered.
What could have happened to Dagon? He knows these swamps well. He must really be in danger. I only hope we're not too late.
Back in the swamp, Dagon was continuing to dodge the attacking Venipedes. By now, the water surrounding the tiny island was alive with them. Even a fighter as skilled as Dagon couldn't hold them off forever. Almost a day had passed since Dragonflyer had flown off for help. Time was running out.
Dragonflyer must have reached help by now. I must try to contact my telebonded friend. Come, good steed. I need your help now.
Pinsor held on to Battle Beetle with two strong claws as the mighty steed bounded across a deep rocky gorge, while thousands of feet below them, White Water River roared through the mountain ravine.
The way to the swamp is longer and more treacherous than I recalled.
Pinsor grunted. They were less than a few minutes' ride from the deadly swamp. Battle Beetle could feel the soil grow soft and damp under the weight of his 6 huge feet. Pinsor telebonded his command to Battle Beetle.
Faster, Battle Beetle! We must go faster! Dagon needs us! I know it!
By now, the Venipedes were completely out of control. They fought with each other to see which would reach Dagon first. They crashed face down into the sandy soil around the island, determined to crush Dagon in their deadly jaws. Both of Dagon's Vengans, as well as his Slazor, had been lost in battle, and he had only his broadsword with which to defend himself. In his effort to hold back the attacking Venipedes, Dagon had moved dangerously close to the water's edge. Turning suddenly, Dagon saw a frightening sight. One of the Venipedes was wallowing along the muddy shoreline of the island, squirming directly toward him.
I've got to think fast. Even from this distance, I can smell its fishy breath. I have a hunch it thinks it has just found dinner. Not so fast, big guy. We Sectaurs don't die that easily.
Dagon turned to fight, and found his feet were stuck in the mud. He could hardly move, and the huge monster was closing in for the kill, coming closer and closer until Dagon could see the inside of its hideous mouth.
I've always imagined a heroic death,
He thought.
but perhaps heroism comes in different ways.
Then, in a loud voice, Dagon shouted,
Devour me, you monster, but get ready for a bad stomachache. This broad skull, Scimitar, the sword of King Markor himself, will not digest in your stomach so easily.
Then, in one swift move, Dagon jammed his sword upright in the Venipede's jaws, holding the monster's mouth open. The Venipede roared in pain and fury as it reared back, raising Dagon high in the air. This quick thinking bought Dagon the time he needed. Dragonfire arrived first, and he moved fast, attacking the Venipede herd from behind. Then Pinsor and Battle Beetle arrived. Battle Beetle made his move, locking his pincers around the Venipede's tail with such force, the monster let out a roar that shattered the evening air. As the Venipede opened its mouth, Dagon pried his broad skull loose and looked down. It was over 50 feet to the ground below.
I guess I'll have to jump. Here goes nothing. Dragonfly, come!
Dagon leaped off to almost certain death just as Dragonfire swooped in underneath him. Dagon landed and grabbed his companion's furry neck. Then he held on for dear life.
Good work, old friend. Now to fight.
Pinsor tossed a Ven gun to Dagon, and the two opened fire on the Venipedes with the venom-tipped darts. Although the Venipedes were not the smartest creatures on Symbion, they had enough common sense to know when to stop fighting. Without it, they couldn't have survived untold centuries on Symbion. Groaning with annoyance, they turned and slithered away, disappearing beneath the vile green water. As
Back
the
in the
victorious
swamp,
warriors Dagon was continuing
the
Venipedes,
dogs.
the attacking Venor turned to his prince. Now, the
I
water
guess we
surrounding
showed
the
them
tiny
we
island
can
was
go around
alive.
here. Couldn't we, Dagon?
Even a fighter
good
as skilled as
Pinsor.
Dagon.
If it were not for you,
Say no more, Dagon. What are friends for? Not to serve.
and you are truly my friend, Pinsor. You have proven it time and time again.
A short time later, all 4 sectors started back toward the Shining Realm. By now, the 2 Symbion suns were glowing fiery red and blue-orange low on the horizon. Pinsor and Battle Beetle took the land, but not so for Dagon and Dragonfire. The sky was theirs. The cool evening air whipped about them as they flew in low to keep their friends company. Together, the 4 brave sectors headed toward home.